In the UK, 10 days of mourning has officially begun.
The King and the Queen Consort will remain at Balmoral this evening and will return to London tomorrow.
The whole country is very upset, shocked and saddened by the news. She'll be very much missed.
Across Great Britain, sporting events from rugby to horse racing postponed out of respect. One game went ahead, the news coming too late to cancel.
A moment of silence in her memory.
In Australia, the AFL and NRL will hold a minute's silence before their games, with other codes expected to follow suit. In the capital, flags outside Parliament House have been lowered to half-mast and Parliament suspended for at least 2 weeks.
The Governor-General and I will be heading to London, where we will meet the King. We will convey the sorrow of Australians as he takes on his duties as sovereign.
But the many ways in which the Queen enlaced our culture will soon become apparent. Thousands of portraits and totems, from flags to post office boxes, emblazoned with the royal cipher, all set to be replaced to denote the new King Charles.
Queen's Birthday Public Holiday will become King's Birthday Public Holiday. QC's, Queen's Council, are now automatically all KC's, King's Council.
Her Majesty's face appeared on more money than any person in history, on all Australian coins as well as the $5 note. These will all remain legal tender, but a new design will soon be introduced, with Charles facing left, in keeping with the tradition of the profile changing direction for successive monarchs.
From next year, King Charles III will appear on those.
Most of these changes will take some time, but one will take effect immediately. The British national anthem reverting to its original lyrics, not heard for 70 years. A clear sign that a new era has already begun.
God save the King.
Well, joining us now from London is journalist Latika Burke. Latika, the UK and the Commonwealth are in for some big changes, as we just heard. In a more immediate sense, though, what do the next 10 days look like?
Well, really today is all going to be focused on King Charles III. It sounds and feels so weird to be saying those words, but he is due to make a national address to the UK later on this evening. That's overnight Australian time. And so we'll hear from him in his own words, see him in his grieving state for the first time since the Queen's death, and perhaps get a glimpse of the Queen Consort Camilla as well. So the nation will be very much gripped to that address, and I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that that address will be a few minutes that stop the nation. We've got lots of pomp and ceremony, bells will toll, there will be parades and military gun salutes. And then, of course, the Queen will lie in state in first Scotland for a couple of days, and then her body will be moved to London. And that's all ahead of 7 days of official mourning that the UK has now entered at the new monarch's request.
This Queen has been such a unifying figure, Latika, politically, but, you know, she's held the UK together through difficult times, but also in terms of the Commonwealth, perhaps keeping some countries that might have tended towards a republic staying inside it. In that context, what impact do you think her death will have?
I think it's a little early to really know for sure. We have seen the Queen being a glue that's not only held the United Kingdom together, but the Commonwealth, as you say, to a degree. And I think more recently, in the last few decades, she became this kind of global figure, a global pastoral carer almost. And for the UK particularly, this comes at quite a precarious time. Britain is heading for a very bad recession. It's about to pay the price for its deep commitment to the war in Ukraine against Vladimir Putin, with an energy crisis over the winter. And of course, the impacts of Brexit are really starting to hit the UK now. So you have a country that has changed changed its prime minister and lost its monarch in the same week, searching for a new identity. And I actually think it's a little too early to know exactly how this all plays. Immediately, I think you'll see the country absolutely rally around King Charles III. We saw some of those mourners already singing, chanting, long live the King last night outside Buckingham Palace. So I think you will see a transfer of affection to the new monarch. But long term, there's no doubt that the UK has lost one of its diplomatic weapons, a woman that could go around the world and charm leaders like Donald Trump, for instance, where politicians actually failed.
Latika, we all knew that this day was coming, but I think for most Australians, when we woke up this morning and realised that this day had finally arrived, it felt unbelievable. I'm wondering, as an Aussie, how has it felt for you to witness this huge moment in history?
It feels very special, actually, to be a part of such a huge moment for the British. I was a little girl in Australia, and we can remember the traumatic shock of hearing the news when Princess Diana died. It doesn't feel quite like that. It's not that shocking, traumatic feeling. But I must say it feels more enormous and tectonic, like something momentous has happened to this country and is happening. And for a lot of people, they are now entering a period of British life that they have never seen before. A monarch dying, hundreds of dignitaries from across the world. We're likely to see every former living Australian Prime Minister, and God knows there's a lot of those. And of course, former US presidents, lots and lots of world leaders coming together for this one woman and also for this United Kingdom.
Latika, we'll leave it there for now. Appreciate your time as always. Thank you.